Just as a snake sheds its skin, we must shed our past.
Megan just blew my mind. Not because I'm surprised or anything, I always knew that she could rap, but because her vulnerability in this new Cobra song is really refreshing to see. And I'm gonna tell you why. Last night at like 12 a.m., she dropped her new single and the video to it named Cobra that takes you on her journey of her experiences that she went through in the past year. The single starts off with a heavy rock guitar and a trap beat to go with that. But in the music video, she's climbing out of the cobra's mouth, which originally would make you be confused about. But once you listen to the lyrics, you finally start to understand, like, oh, this is supposed to symbolize rebirth. The reason why I feel like this song is special because most of what she put out before she went on this hiatus was pretty much surface level. Things that everybody else was doing, you know, the typical lyrical rap content. But when she went on this hiatus for months after what people were saying about her absence brought a sense of mystery, a sense of nosiness, if you will. You know, when something's happening and people don't see you for a while, they start to get curious. As opposed to when you're always in somebody's face, nobody's really worrying about you like that. Well, some of it might have been concerned, but obviously since she wasn't being seen, people wondered what she was thinking, what she was feeling, what she was going through, how it affected her, what she thought about what people were saying.
Break it down and I had the whole world watching, but the worst part is really who watched me.
So now that she's back, this sense of vulnerability is powerful. Why? Because being vulnerable takes a lot of courage. If you're strong enough to be vulnerable in the amount of eyes that she has on her, more power to you. And some people are scared of being vulnerable in front of their partner, in front of their family. Being vulnerable in front of millions of people is crazy. So that's why I feel like this song has the potential to help someone else who might be going through the same things but on a different scale.
I'm sitting in the dark room thinking, probably why I always end up drinking. Yes, I'm very depressed. How can somebody so blessed want to slit their wrist?
In this song, she's talking about the trials. She's talking about missing her parents. She's talking about having to deal with betrayal. She's talking about being depressed, having to overcome suicidal thoughts, and recognizing her power in that.
Damn, I finally see I'm killing myself when bitches are die to be me.
I mean, she shares some vulnerable moments in her last album, Traumazine, but Cobra is a lot more powerful because it has the potential to have more influence because of the fact that she went on a hiatus and because of the fact that Cobra is actually highlighting rebirth and getting out of that depressive state and exactly what it is that you can accomplish once you believe in your own power. Because it speaks volume for how the negativity in the industry and the negativity within the community geared towards her was not able to break her. And that could potentially be inspiration for somebody else who's going through less than her, or not less than her, but like it could potentially be inspiration for somebody else who's not really being as picked apart in the public eye. Say things like, you know, if she can do it, then I can do it. I mean, I can't relate to it to its entirety, but there are some parts where I could. And I'm pretty sure that there's some other people who feel the same way. Complex actually posted a picture of the Cobra and what it means. So the Cobra actually exemplifies courage and self-reliance. They stand tall and fierce in the face of challenges, teaching one to tap into their inner strength and rely on oneself to conquer their threats. Emulating the Cobra helps one be more confident in the person that they are within. So the Cobra represents rebirth. And that speaks a lot for how much you can accomplish when you step into your own power. So yeah, I feel like this song serves as a lesson immensely for anybody who has ever been in a situation similar to hers. Like, you don't even have to be in the public eye. But if you're going through something and you're in a dark time, just to have the people who's close to you and supposed to be there for you betray you, and then you're going through all these mentally draining, depressive thoughts and things that may be happening internally, and then have that make you want to end your life, that's tough. That's a lot of pressure. That's why I genuinely feel bad for people who unalive themselves over things like bullying and external noise from the outside world. You know, things that we can't control because it never seems to be worth it. Feeling pressure from the external world and things outside of you never seems to be worth ending your life over, because those same people who are speaking negativity over you, once you're gone, they're going to still be continuing doing the same thing to another person, because it's never about you. It's 100% almost always about them and what they have going on internally from their own shortcomings, their own insecurities, their own ignorance, or whatever it may be, which they then project onto you, whether it be because of jealousy or whatever it is about you that makes them be triggered. That's why now it's so funny and it's pleasing me and my homegirls to see everybody that was being ignorant and dogging her out verbally over superficial reasons and just plain ignorance and hatred finally get their karma. I won't say no names, but, and this is not even about any individualism for me. This situation and situations like these speaks for a bigger problem in society. Her being tormented, not believed, bullied, threatened, just for her to be proven right and to be proven to be telling the truth the whole time, all leads back to some form of misogyny and hatred. You could say that it doesn't, and that is completely isolated, but the truth of the matter is that it does. It's not that isolated. It's well connected. Everything is connected. Nothing is a coincidence. Nothing is coincidental or done without motive. There's been too many patterns in history to be foolish enough to believe that it is. On another note, though, what I will say is that Cobra is definitely a refreshment for me and a much needed new era in Megan's artistry, because it's genuine and it's raw, seemingly with no surface level intentions. Like, she seems like she went into it with the mindset being, if it's a hit, it's a hit, without trying to force it to be one, which is honestly the best part to me, because that's really when you get the realness from an artist and how they really feel instead of trying to appease to the machine. I can't wait to see what she does when she drops her album, because I've been a fan of her since like 2018, which I discovered her through her freestyles that just go crazier than her studio songs for some reason, and it kind of irks me because I know what she's capable of. But yeah, I just want to see what she does with it.
I ain't going, yeah, no emotion.